Today we're at Islands of Adventure and there's a lot going on here. Hogwarts Castle is mysteriously covered up. Jurassic Park is undergoing an 11-month, multi-million-dollar refurbishment. The fate of Lost Continent hangs in the balance. And it's one of the busiest weeks of the year, the week before Easter, spring break. And we're gonna enjoy this beautiful day together, check out what's going on, and have a great time. So let's get started. Starting right here at the iconic lighthouse. There are so many cool hidden details at Islands of Adventure. Like look at this, the flag and the oars to paddle you to each island with attractions listed. The adventure begins in the port of entry. In my last video, I gave you a tour of the new Lost Emporium All Hallows Eve boutique, and we're gonna talk more about that today. A, because it's super cool and I love the vibe. B, because we need some more pumpkin coffee. And C, because the reason this is here instead of in Lost Continent where it was is of interest. But by the way, also related to today's video, I noticed this last time, but not until I was editing, that it says attention Sinbad. So this is all, you know, Poseidon, Sinbad themed, super cool. Oh my gosh, look at Confisco. Now I knew we were gonna see some construction walls and tarps and stuff today, but Confisco is completely covered up with also a themed tarp. Wow. This is one of my favorite restaurants at Universal Orlando, and it is open during whatever they're doing to the facade. So you can see it's open, the entrance is right there, but wow, okay, that's a surprise. But what I really wanted to see here today, and we're gonna walk over there and look at it, first thing is Hogwarts Castle all covered up. Now, this is not normally here. This is normally my favorite view. They put things like this up usually for events, so there must be some sort of event coming up in the park. However, we can get around it and see Velocicoaster here. Oh, that's amazing. And Hulk is running, everything's going, but look at Hogwarts Castle. That is a crazy view. We're gonna get closer, but already from here, I am like shooketh. I've heard rumblings about this and I had to come and see it for myself and show you, and also of course document it because this is pretty major. Oh, by the way, I just ran into a friend and they were giving these out at the entrance, but I didn't get one, but he had an extra, so he gave it to me. So thanks so much. Cute. They're giving these out right now to promote the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Oh wait, join now and get 2 free movie tickets. Amazing. Quite shocking to see, but let's go get a closer look. Hogwarts Castle is a huge looming structure in the park. You can see it from all the way across the way, and you can see it from several different vantage points. Oh, I love that part of Velocicoaster right there. And wow, wow, wow. I can't wait to get closer. So we're gonna go through Lost Continent, but we're gonna go straight to Hogsmeade first, and then we'll look at Lost Continent and Jurassic Park. I've got another little out of order plan for us today, but it's all gonna make sense. It's all gonna tie together. I heard this noise behind me, and then I saw something moving. This was blowing in the wind, and I thought it was a snake for a second, but it was just like a piece of leaf. Okay, we're safe from snakes. We'll pass through the Lost Continent. This new bridge is completed now. The Lost Continent is one of the 1999 original islands here at Islands of Adventure. And we'll come back through here to talk about this after we see Hogwarts Castle. You can definitely see and feel the spring crowds. But yeah, spring break, the week before Easter, historically one of the busiest weeks of the year in all the parks. Just be mentally prepared if you're here during that time. Okay, here we are at Hogsmeade. I can hear the Mystic Fountain over in Lost Continent, which we'll go see after this. But first, let's go into Hogsmeade. This is part of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter here at Islands of Adventure. One of the big features of it is Hogwarts Castle. This is one of the most popular islands, as you can see, especially now during the crazy spring break Easter week season. We have the Hogwarts Express, which takes you between Diagon Alley over at Universal Studios and here to Hogsmeade at Islands of Adventure. I can hear the motorbikes of Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventures back there. A very, very popular family coaster. There it goes. Whoa. You can take a photo op here with the Hogwarts Express and a conductor. You can get your butterbeer, and I can also already see Hogwarts Castle back there. Let's get closer. There may be snow on top of these buildings, but let me tell you, it is warm in here today. Woo, the sun is frying. Okay, we're about to turn this corner. It's taking a minute because I'm navigating through the crowds. Okay, wait, it's not fully, well, oh wow, okay. Whoa, ho, ho, ho. Don't worry, we're gonna get even closer if I can get there. Oh boy. Currently employing theme park, weaving through crowds, expert level. Whoa, oh my gosh, all right, I'm gonna show you. We're gonna see this from many different angles, but wow. Wow, okay, so it's not fully covered. There are some spires over here. that aren't covered, but those do have scaffolding on them. But a huge portion of Hogwarts Castle is covered up by gray sort of construction tarp covering with scaffolding all under it. Flight of the Hippogriff is going. Whee! Okay, one of the things I wanted to get closer to try to determine was whether the ride was still open during all this, and it is, and it's only a 35-minute wait right now. Honestly, the queue for this ride is so beautiful, and you can still ride, so that's good. So cool to see that. So I'm actually walking up into the line just to give you a closer look and also just see how much we can see inside. From the ground level, it feels like you're walking into Hogwarts Castle, which is good. There are lots and lots of people streaming in to ride. This is a very popular ride that takes place inside Hogwarts, which is super cool. Just watching Flight of the Hippogriff go by. And there's a really cool animatronic on that coaster too. That's a very cute family coaster. Just keep watching it go by. Woohoo! Okay. Cool, cool, cool. From just this little part of the entrance, looks super cool. This is where you enter to ride. We are gonna go around the bridge too to see more of it, but I just wanna do part of the queue here because it is so incredibly cool. And at least just for a moment, I am alone. So you can walk the queue without riding and just check out all the cool stuff because it is incredible in here. And I'm glad to see once you're in here, you know, what is this? It's just us. I feel like I'm sneaking around in Hogwarts. And once we get to the point in the line that it's jammed with people, maybe I'll, oh my gosh, it's the outside part. Wow. Let's see how far we can get in here. The theming is immense and incredible. Let's just check out a little more. It's just awesome. Okay, I think this is the point where the line is stopped. Okay, I walked in the line as far as I could get, up to the point where the line just kind of stopped. And it is longer than 35 minutes. It went up now, it's like an hour. But I did ask, because I know sometimes they will allow you to come in and just look at the queue without waiting in line. And they said right now it's a little too crazy, but if you come back at a time where it's not too crowded, they will like give you a tour or at least let you go into the line and look around and stuff. So we'll see, maybe we'll do that again today, if not another day. Okay, so now let's go over to the bridge and see what the iconic castle view looks like. But just so you know, I'm trying to help you guys out here on many levels. One, just to let you know so that you're mentally prepared. And two, to see if I can help you find cool photo ops. So like from right here-ish, you could sort of get a little bit of something there. Something. There are still angles where you can get castle shots. Not the iconic one, but some. I just want to help you out. Kind of like use your head to cover this part maybe. There are still ways you can work around it, like take pictures over here and sort of hide the side and stuff. Just trying to help you guys out. But anyway, that's what it looks like from here, from the front of the ride. Let's head to the bridge. Well, actually, we can't head to the bridge because it's blocked off. Oh my gosh. We can see it from here. Wow. So interestingly enough, the bridge is actually closed. By the way, I showed you guys these new spells when they first came out, and they are super fun. So make sure you bring your wand. Look, the line got way, way bigger. Oh my gosh. Even though that part of the bridge is closed, I want to see what is open and what you can see from where, just so you guys can be prepared. So you're watching this theme park history in the making moment with me. I don't want you to be caught off guard by this. Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, that's the name of the attraction that you ride going into Hogwarts Castle. It's been open here since June of 2010. 16 years in the Florida sun, heat and humidity will do something to rock work. It is a beautiful structure, a very iconic photo op. But yeah, the top is covered up and clearly they're doing work to it. The good news is that the ride is still open while this exterior refurbishment is happening. The not so good news is we don't know how long it's gonna last. There's no official announcement or anything like that. We don't know like how long this is gonna be going on. If I find out anything about the date when this will end or a time frame, I will definitely let you know. But in the meantime, I'm gonna try to find any angles for you where you can still get some good pics. Oh, the music swelled, and then we got an announcement. So they're letting you know that riding solo will reduce your wait time. Okay, so we can just exit right behind the lockers and we're in Jurassic Park. So listen, the whole bridge is closed. This would be the bridge where you'd exit through the Jurassic Park gate, where you would take those castle pictures, is closed. So I think what I showed you from like in front of the ride is probably the best you're gonna get right now. You can take photos from over by Flight of the Hippogriff, but you can also take more like ground level photos in front of the entrance of the ride. There's still ways, if you're creative, to get your Hogwarts Castle pick. It is, wow, seeing that, definitely, whoa. So they do have a sign here up on the wall blocking the bridge, letting us know, please pardon our dust as we make improvements. You are here, detour path. So this yellow path, you can still cut through, but the bridge is not open right now. This right here is the bridge that is currently closed. So you can kind of go up to here where we are and go around, but not here. Wow, you know, another thing that's not open is Jurassic Park River Adventure, which I've been telling you about. Universal is really good about having a refurbishment calendar on their website. This, however, is not on there. So again, if I find out any more details about dates or timelines, I'll definitely let you know. But be prepared that we don't know how long Hogwarts Castle will be covered up while they work on the exterior, and the bridge is closed, but there's a quick way around it. Let's check out also another big project going on here in Jurassic Park. And we're currently looking at a 90-minute wait. Oh my gosh, did you see that? It just clicked from 90 to 120. It just happened. I think I caught it. 120-minute wait for a Velocicoaster. Spring crowds, baby. Oh man. The theming in Jurassic Park is super cool. Now, Universal recently put out sort of like an Easter eggs and facts about this land video, and they said that this was the screen used Jeep, or like one of the screen used Jeeps, and that these poles you can see at the bottom were part of the camera rig for filming, which I think is super cool. Also, when you look inside, you can see replicas. That is super cool. If you have the My Universal Photos card, which I do and I always tell you guys about, you can take a photo here. It'll take it with this little machine. But I can't find mine today, so I'm just gonna take it like this. Cool. I really like how there are facts and figures about dinosaurs all over this land. Here's a sign about the Velociraptor with the weight, aggression, intelligence, name meaning swift thief from the early Cretaceous period 150 million years ago. And this cool view of the coaster behind these bars just to remind you that velociraptors are dangerous creatures. And of course they have the iconic Jurassic Park music playing in the background. Hanging out in the shade for a bit and waiting to watch Velocicoaster go by just to cool off. It is very, very hot out. And one of my favorite cool off, beat the heat things is not available right now with what is going on with what I'm about to show you after we cool off and watch Velocicoaster go by. There she goes. By the way, fun fact, Velocicoaster is Florida's tallest and fastest launch coaster. So let's watch it go by. Oh, she's running empty. So, such a beauty. The engineering, everything. I find roller coasters really beautiful, and this one is just a work of art. Anyway, let's look at the next big project going on here at Islands of Adventure. Nearly year-long closure of Jurassic Park River Adventure. Jurassic Park River Adventure has been here at Islands of Adventure since 1999. And this one we do have a timeline for. It is scheduled to reopen in November 2026. So nearly the entire 2026. It opens towards the end of the year. I love the way they've themed the construction walls. The sign here says reopening late 2026, but the refurbishment calendar says November, so we can expect around there. The entire construction wall is covered in different dinosaurs, and the whole entrance is covered up while they work on this huge project. This kind of work is a legacy restoration. This is a huge project. Now, my enthused crew knows that back here was one of my favorite beat the heat cool off spots. You could stand there, and during the splashdown in the ride, you could get splashed. There was even a splash zone. I imagine and hope that that will be reopening when the ride reopens. But until then, my favorite cool off spot is covered up behind walls while they give this ride some big and much needed love. Theme park rides are expensive. From out here in the park, we can see some scaffolding. We can see People in there working hard to restore the rock work. So this is like indoor and outdoor refurbishment. It's all getting some love. Now, an interesting note about Florida theme parks is that they are open year round. Most theme parks and amusement parks around the world are opened seasonally. So they'll be open for like the warm months of the year and closed for winter, sometimes longer than others. Some of them don't reopen until like late even in April, or May. But in Florida, the parks are open year round. So big refurbishment projects like this do not have an off season to happen. A project like this would take longer than an off season anyway, but they're important. They need to happen. And especially here in Florida, with the heat and the humidity and the sun, theme parks need to use special paint on the exteriors of ride buildings and anything that's basically out in the sun to withstand that heat all year long. So that is one thing to note, and a pro tip that I will give you is that if you visit the theme parks between January and March, that is in the past considered the slow season, even though it does include spring break. A lot of times parks will do those big projects and rides will be closed January, February, March. If you come in the summer and fall, it's usually less likely that big things are going to be closed. But this year is different. This year, all bets are off. And I'm not even just talking about Universal parks. All the Orlando parks this year is a wild year. So we've got an 11-month, multi-million-dollar project going on here in Jurassic Park. A huge exterior renovation going on at Hogwarts Castle. But there is an island that is still a big question mark. Iconic photo op. Check this out though. One thing Universal I feel like is really good at is adding fans when it's hot. So even though the splashdown is taken away, we've got some fans here to cool off at. Feels good. There was absolutely no rain in the forecast, but there is this humongous looming gray cloud happening. It came out of absolutely nowhere and it feels very windy and weird. So it feels like a giant storm's coming. I'm a wee bit concerned, but we continue on. Wow, just wow. They're rolling in the outdoor carts. It is getting really, really crazy looking. I've got an umbrella, so I'm ready. Nothing's gonna stop us. I'm just walking back through Hogsmeade again now with the big ominous clouds to just look at this again. Again, it is part of theme park history in the making. It is just an exterior thing right now. The ride is open, the interior is open, you can walk into the castle. I would recommend kind of lower angle pics, maybe up here in the front. But yeah, the ride is still open, so there you go. I'm gonna walk back through Hogsmeade now. So you can see there's like blue sky over here, but a big crazy gray sky over here. And I'm gonna work my way through here, oh my gosh. By the way, we are looking at a 130-minute wait for Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. And the clouds are looking like something's brewing. Now, while we've got some nice sky on this side of the park, let's explore Lost Continent. Oh, the wind feels so good though. The gray sky's like behind us and over here. We've still got sun in Lost Continent. Let's see if the fountain's up. Mystic Fountain is awake and delighting guests. I love it. Let's try to sneak by. I'm gonna try to sneak by.
I see you, man. You take my picture.
Yes?
Yes, you with the dueling dragon shirt.
Good eye! Good eye, Fountain!
Hello, you were here earlier.
I was. I came back.
Yes, it's been so long.
It's been a long time. I've missed you. I missed you too.
You've gotten so much taller. Last time we saw you, you were this tall, and now you're this tall.
It's true.
Welcome, everyone. I am the Mystic Fountain. Oh, look, he's holding a baby pigeon.
He's got an owl.
I am the Mystic Fountain.
Woo! Oh, epic.
Welcome to the Lost Continent.
Aww. Oh, I love it.
And who are you?
He said crickets. He said crickets because no one's going over.
It's quite okay. Hello, stranger. I see you.
He saw me.
Yes, I'm waving back in the spirit.
Thank you. Lost Continent is one of the opening islands here at Islands of Adventure. Been here since 1999. Back here, the Sinbad show There's actually an area where you can walk service dogs. There's areas where guests can sit. You can still like walk up to it. As of now, as of today, you can still walk around and see this really cool area. It's so cool. And look, there's people all sitting all around. This is where you can walk service dogs. Super cool. And you can still see inside the theater, and it is so cool in there. But they've got this cover over it, so I'm not gonna, you know, go all up in there. But I have in many past videos shown you the inside of the theater. This show has been closed for a long, long time, and this building, like this land, has a big question mark over it. And ever since Poseidon's Fury closed in 2023, the last remaining open attraction in this island, it's been kind of like, what is next for Lost Continent? An island, a theme park land that up until now has been a really cool example of original storytelling and incredibly immersive theming. So this was the original All Hallows Eve. And they've got a sign here letting you know that the All Hallows Eve Lost Emporium new location is now open in Port of Entry. Now we don't know why they closed the Lost Continent location and moved it up to the Port of Entry. It seems to be a sign, a portent for things to come here in Lost Continent. I always loved the 1920s classic Halloween decor here. So they've got this music playing right now because characters are out, Kung Fu Panda characters. The Velocicoaster bridge is open, so this is a way to get through. Really, this is the official way to get through. Here comes Velocicoaster. Let's watch her go by. I love the whoosh. The whooshing sound and the screams. Now from this bridge, I'm gonna give you guys another angle of Hogwarts Castle. Right when we come through here, there she is. All wrapped up nice and snug. You still have a really cool view of Hogsmeade from here. So if I was trying to get a cool Hogsmeade Harry Potter pick here, I would just kind of focus on Hogsmeade from this angle. There you go. Wow. It is starting to rain. It's weird, the sky is totally half and half right now. It is half blue and half like really, really dark storm clouds. This bridge is still an amazing spot for shots of Velocicoaster, Incredible Hulk, Dr. Doom's Fearfall. With the future of this island hanging in the balance, I would always, like I said, love to document it as it is. All of the beautiful theme park architecture and design in here, the incredible storytelling. With the weather changing, it's kind of a mood right now. And as of now, guests can still walk right up to the temple. So that is super cool. However, the water has been drained. I haven't seen that. As I've been visiting this park, every single time I come out here to check on the status of Poseidon's temple, and the water has been flowing and it's been open and you can walk around in here and it's a great place to chill and soak in the music and the atmosphere, but the water is drained right now. It's pretty clean in there, I gotta say. The birds are loving it. It's just, I mean, it is amazing. The last time we were in Poseidon's temple was 2023. It's been 3 years that this ride has been closed. We don't know what's going on in there behind the closed doors of the temple, or what the future of Lost Continent is. There are many, many very well-known rumors and speculations. You all know them. You've all heard them. Many are very, very exciting. But I think when the time comes that this island changes ownership from Poseidon to whoever, whatever, I for one will miss the Lost Continent. Obviously, it is currently kind of a shell of what it was with Merlin's Wood and all of the storytelling that was here before. Currently, we have Mythos and some shops and some quick service dining locations open, and the fountain, the Mystic Fountain, and that's pretty much it. One major store, the All Hallows Boutique, has closed, and that is the one up in the front of the park that I said we would discuss, and this is that discussion. So they closed that location up here and moved it to the front of the park, and anything could happen any day. And that is why I always take the opportunity to film and photograph here in Lost Continent, here at the temple, every time I visit this park, and will continue to do so until we can't anymore because they start closing it off and changing it. There are lots of people walking around in here, and it's open, which is amazing. So let's see, just, you know, soak it all in. It's just so amazing. Such a beautiful piece of theme park art and architecture. And the music is awesome. The lights are still flickering. All right, looks like this is as far as you can get. You can still see this massive door back here and all the incredible theming. It looks beautiful. The ruins of the temple, the lost city of Atlantis theming, Poseidon and Darkanon in an ever raging battle, and just all of this. When you walked in, you were like, what am I in for? And that is one thing that has always been true. I feel like a lot of guests, up to its closure in 2023, walked in thinking this was a dark ride, and it was actually a walk-through attraction with all these different effects happening. It was very funny, very unique, very different. There's really not much else out there like it. But yeah, 3 years sitting closed. We'll see what is next. And in the meantime, this is just documenting a theme park land that is lost to the continent. And from here at the front of the temple, we can see the ruins of the statue, Poseidon's trident. We can see Narcissus over there staring at himself in the water. I mean, the facade of Mythos is just incredible. To this day, I alternate calling it Mythos and Mythos. I don't know why, don't ask me. I said I grew up speaking Spanglish, okay? Sometimes I just get a pronunciation in my head and it happens. But anyway, Mythos, the restaurant. I dined here just some months ago, not too long ago, so I will link that in the pinned comment to show you, and I will definitely dine here again before, if or when, whatever happens to it. You never know when's going to be the last time we'll be able to see this view because they close this area off. So I'm going to go ahead and get it every time for as long as we can. Who else misses Poseidon's Fury? This unique, weird, wacky, interesting attraction. Without the water here, you can see the shelves that are carved into the rockwork here. There is some water though, right there. Just not the whole flowing water that was here. There goes Velocicoaster. When you see the trident from far away, it just makes you want to know what is going on there. What is the story? What is the ride, the attraction? What is the deal? What is going on there? So it draws you in. People from far and wide will see it and come running. They will be beckoned by Poseidon. And there's his head and all his different parts scattered around because the statue was destroyed. And you can see all the remnants of it. And there's the arm, reaching high into the sky. Benches are themed. The water is still flowing here at the former sign, and it still says escape from the lost city in the crumpled rock. I recommend dining at Mythos if you haven't, or if you haven't for a long time. Why not? It's beautiful, it's got great food. It's got like Greek and Mediterranean style food with a mix of things. See, there is his face reflected back at him that he is staring at, captivated by his own beauty. The Greek and Roman myths that are sort of embedded in Western culture, really global culture. It's just so awesome looking. And one of my favorite little sort of hidden details here, and I did show you this in my last video walking around, but I know not everyone sees every video, not everyone remembers everything, so I'm gonna show you again. Hopefully it's even working to show you the secret troll under the bridge. It hasn't started raining yet, but the gray sky remains. All right, let's see if he's at his old tricks today. I think I hear him. There he is. Let's see if you can hear him. Do you hear it? It's the troll under the bridge. He's always growling here. Ah! In my most recent Islands of Adventure video, I showed you this hidden detail, and I think I'll just keep showing it to you in every Islands of Adventure video from now till eternity, because there's always someone who didn't see it or didn't catch it. There's a troll under the bridge, and he's going, "Row!" And sometimes you'll see turtles and fish and other wildlife here. Last time we saw some turtles. This time there's some ducks. But yeah, you can hear him on both sides. He's over here too. Oh my gosh, he's really at it. Yes, fun. And from back here behind Mythos, you got some awesome views of coasters. And you can hear people screaming and squealing with delight. Awesome Cobra roll there on Hulk, the Incredible Hulk coaster. And more of the glorious architecture back here and storytelling. And from over here, the spectacular view of Velocicoaster. And we get a view of Hogwarts Castle under wraps here. Look at her go. We're gonna get to see that Mosasaurus roll. Oh, that is an amazing maneuver. I feel like a sports forecaster when I say that. Great maneuver by the Velocicoaster as it rolls over the Islands of Adventure Lagoon. Why that accent? I do not know. What that accent even is, also don't know. I kind of got it all to myself back here. So yeah, back here, troll under the bridge. Fun fact, hidden little detail for you. Some of these trees in all the parks and all around, really, the Central Florida area were damaged in the cold, like freeze, that cold snap we had, and then we had a bit of a drought here. And some of them are still struggling to make a comeback, but I believe they will. A lot have already come back, but you can see this in all the parks, not just the parks, but like all over town, really. A lot of the plants they're fighting to come back. But many either survived or have made a full comeback, which is awesome. This park is so colorful and vibrant. Every island has its own life to it. Lost Continent has a long history and a big question mark over its future. And I saw my Universal photographer there and I got some photos taken, so that'll be fun. I'll show you those if I can get them. I can't find my photo card. I know I've got it, but I can always go to one of the photo locations and ask them for a replacement card and also give them the card he gave me and have it added to my account. Or log in online and enter it into my account too. Like I always say, where there's a will, there's a way. You can get things done no matter what. By the way, today is April 1st and the weather is April Foolsing me big time because that big gray cloud came and just went and now it's blue and bright as anything and I feel like I am baking in an oven. So, you know, April Fools to me, huh? With the exterior of Hogwarts Castle refurbishment project going on, a multi-million-dollar project going on in Jurassic Park, the fate of Lost Continent still a big question mark. There is a lot going on a lot of changes here at Islands of Adventure at Universal Orlando Resort. Videos like this are what I call a fun date. They're my unique little mix of like park updates, things that are going on and big changes and details and information about them, and also like just a fun day in the park. Having a fun time hanging out in the parks and bringing you along with me to hang out and enjoy and see what the parks are like during different times of the year. You won't be caught off guard if you stay up to date on the fun dates. Every refurbishment project I see in the parks, I see as the park putting love, care, money, resources into those attractions and lands and worlds and stories so that they will last for years to come. There is no off season, there is no close season. Here in Florida theme parks, they're open year round. So these things are gonna happen and I will keep you updated on them. Let me know your thoughts. Let's chat in the comments. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I'm sending you a ton of love. I'll see you for the next video. And until then, as always, stay enthused. Bye.